He just plays it, and it seems to work out. We both pretty much know this next one, though. I wrote this song for a film that just came out recently called 13 Hours. The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, and I wanted to write this song for the men, not really for the soldiers. I'm a pacifist, really, but I also think that there's a humanist aspect to people in the military that stick their fucking asses on the line for us, and they make sacrifices so that guys like me and guys like Brian don't have to. We get to do this instead. And so I appreciate them. And this is a song about a couple of guys who are just trying to live through the night so they can go home and see their families. This is called Till the Sun Comes Back Around. When the sun goes down, in the fight that I never wanted on familiar ground. Baby, I'm walking on a wire that could never lead me out. So hold tight to the edge of the night. Congressman Red, we do what's been undone and undo it again as we carry the load for the 1%. But to your seat at the table, where the wine pours red and the hearts turn black and the times they are a-changing back. Watch it break, cut you to the bone just to see you bleed on. That is me, oh, I'm somebody else. So let your eyes wander the moment you think you see something better than me. Let your one day, thought of every word that I have ever heard, and I still don't know what to say. Always think I'm losing when my lips are moving. Time to shut up anyway. I thought of every line that I remember trying, they never worked in the end. No one even talking. If you feel like walking, you're gonna walk anyway. You're gonna walk away. I know you can't tell the difference between one lonely tear falling in the seas of rain. So let your eyes wander away. people, you know, it gets them a little bit sleepy. That's why I only do nice theaters where you can sit down. You know, I don't expect anybody to stand up for 2.5 hours for this, unless you want to. And you're representing up there in the balcony because I can hear that shit. Just this next song, this is, I wasn't going to do it tonight, but it was kind of a request from somebody that I met tonight. This is from Euphoria Morning. This is called When I'm Down. And I'm singing to a vinyl pressing of the original piano performance by Natasha Schneider, who died a few years back. Listen to her piano playing. She was one of a kind. Benghazi 500, 1969. I bought it from this old guy, and he took really good care of it. I couldn't believe he sold it for $500 because he took such good care of it. And he asked me what I did, and I said I was a musician, and he said, "That's probably not such a good idea." He said, "You have to be really fucking good to ever make any money doing that." But he was nice about it. It's the only time I ever talked to him, and he discouraged me. And the radio in the car, was kind of stuck on this one AM station that was a religious station. And all it was all day was like evangelists asking poor people for money, really. And I was poor at the time, and I thought, fuck these guys. So I wrote this song. Wouldn't Jesus, where are you from? Korea, Canada, maybe Taiwan. Well, I didn't know it was the Holy Land, but I believe from the YouTube, because I wanted to do, I'm a huge fan of YouTube, really. I was kind of right at that age when their very first album came out, and they weren't on the cover, you know, and I thought that was kind of cool not to be on the cover of your own album, because that was at the time, the 80s was, there was a lot of really great music, indie music, underground music. There was a fucking amazing indie scene in the US, in the UK, Australia, but commercial music was just fucking shitty. And U2 was kind of one of those bands that they could do sort of both. And a lot of my songs are sort of depressing, so I wanted to learn this song called One, because it's hopeful, it's a beautiful message, but I didn't really know the words, so I sort of vaguely learned the chords, and I Googled the lyrics to just put in one lyric center, and clicked on the first thing that came up, and started playing the song and singing the words, and it was way more fucking dark than I remembered. Yeah, and it turns out that the most Google searched song entitled One is in fact a Metallica song. And so I decided I would just do that way, so I call this One. Can't remember anything. Is this true or just a dream? Deep down inside I feel the scream now, but the terrible silence is stopping me. Now that the war is through with me, I'm waking up. It's much too real, and in pumps like that must feel, but I can't look forward to reveal now. Look to a time when I can live, fed through a tube that's stuck in me, just like a wartime novelty. Machines that make me be. Cut this life off, cut this life off. Imagine there's no country. It's all hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Maybe one day you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine all the people sharing out the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope one day you will join us, and the world will be. I want to do. I've heard a couple people shout it out tonight, but this one, it ended up being in a film called Singles, but it wasn't written for that. It actually wasn't written for anything. It was just written for the fuck of it, and just for fun. And I learned a big lesson then, which there was a day, just one day, I think, or 2 days, where I wrote some songs based on some titles that Jeff Ament from Pearl Jam had come up with, and they were titles, but they were really inspired. And one of those songs was called Spoon Man. And one of the songs was called Flutter Girl, and one of them was called Seasons. And I was just having fun. And to me, music was a hobby, and that ended up being in Singles. And Seasons also ended up being in, if you noticed, it was in Man of Steel, the first Superman movie, which is kind of funny. Because there's a scene in it where he's still kind of fairly young Superman, and he comes out of the water, like he just saves a bunch of people on a burning oil derrick, but he's alienated, and he like swims, and he comes back out of the shore, and it's very Seattle looking, it's a gray skies, and he takes a flannel shirt off of the laundry line, and he puts it on, and he's fucking impossibly buff, and he's all bummed out, because he's fucking Superman. I guess that sucks. And Seasons was there, and it was actually pretty poignant. And then the end of the scene, there's some kids on a school bus, and one of them uses the term dick splash, which is the only time I've ever heard it used. Ever. And I don't think that's a thing kids say. I think that's a thing that writers that smoke too much and drink too much coffee in the valley, like in Burbank, and they've been up for fucking 16 days. Fuck you, dick splash. Silent nights and long days. When I first wrote it, I ended up titling my album after it, and I wasn't really sure what it meant to me that much past just the change that my focus took when I had children. When I had, even when they were little babies, they sort of were just living in the moment all the time and fascinated by every little thing. And I immediately remembered what it was like to be a little kid and just not fucking worry about anything and just be totally fucking caught up in whatever it was, like somebody shaking keys. And so I realized that that's sort of the one thing that we lose as we become adults. We start worrying about all kinds of shit, and we stop living in the moment. And I'm really fucking bad at doing that, and kids have been the only thing that have made me do that, because I just get lost in their world. And then I become a little kid. So that's what Higher Truth meant to me, but since the album came out, it started to mean a lot more, especially with all of the fucked up shit going on in the world. But if you pay attention and you focus, and just look at the numbers, even cities that are tumultuous sometimes, like Baltimore, look at all the fucking people out there that actually are getting by. They get to where they're going in the day. They come back at night. They don't fuck shit up. There's a small number of people that fuck it up, but don't let them fuck it up for everybody. Don't let them fucking turn you into a different person, because you guys are all really amazing people. You can make somebody cry, go on to a time that'll be there by